What do you think happens with Melky Cabrera now? We're at this situation. Melky's season's over. He's got the broken pinky finger. We know that he's eligible for free agency. We know he's not going to make $8 million a year next year by any stretch of the imagination. What do you think should happen? And Joe, I'd also like your gut reaction as to what does happen, because Buck Martinez has already said Buck thinks he's gone. Buck thinks he signs elsewhere as a free agent.
What do I think should happen? I think what should happen is the Toronto Blue Jays need to sign this guy. He is just some kind of hitter. He has been an unbelievable presence. We don't even need to talk about Melky, how good he's been this year. The Blue Jays need to find a way to sign him. Whether those talks have begun already, we don't know. They need to find a way to sign him. What do I think is going to happen? My gut tells me that, and I don't know Melky Cabrera very well on a personal level, and I think that's important. You do need to know the person. Where is he at in his career? Where is he at in his life? There's a lot of factors that go into that. How much does he like Toronto? About his family? There's millions of issues. But what my gut tells me, though, as a professional athlete, in his position, he is going to test the free agent market, and somebody's going to pay him some kind of crazy money, and he's probably going to go to that place.
Yeah, and
this is his last chance, probably for a big-time contract.
Well, sure, and you know, I know there's some discussion around the city that, well, you know, Melky said he likes Toronto, he wants to come back. That's all fine and well. Maybe because the Jays were the only team to take a shot at him after his suspension, maybe he'll give the Jays some kind of discount. And my argument to that is, right? I'll tell you this much. Melky Cabrera probably thinks that he's been underpaid by about $5 million a year the last 2 years based on what the market's going to bear. So my first reaction, if I'm Melky Cabrera, is I'm going to try to make up money that I lost, granted, through my own stupidity. But the fact of the matter is I lost that money. And the other thing, too, is there's not a lot of free agent outfielders on the market. And one thing we know is that the Major League Baseball Players Association, they like players to test the market, because the more money a free agent makes, there's a trickle-down effect. The more money a guy in arbitration might make, or the more money that a guy who is negotiating that bridge contract might be able to make as well. So, yeah, in a perfect world of sweetness and light and you know, honey and everything like that, Melky comes back for about $12 million a year. Everybody's happy. They move on. I got to think in the real world, Joe, Melky's probably looking for 5 or 6 years at a starting rate of about $15 million a year.
I was going to say probably double what he's making right now. And it makes for a wonderful story that Melky has said he wants to stay in Toronto, and hopefully that's all sincere, and maybe he does consider it that way, and he ends up negotiating with the Blue Jays. But we'll see where that goes. But my gut tells me that when a professional baseball player, a major leaguer, has the year that he just had, and he's going to be a highly sought-after free agent by a lot of teams, and several of them are probably going to extend years and dollars.